Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Radhakeshini. Today let's discuss about the brachial plexus. Brachial plexus is a network of nerves that supply the upper limb. It has roots, trunks, divisions, cords and branches. Let's discuss it one by one. The roots of brachial plexus are C5 to T1. C5 and C6 root combines to form the upper trunk. C7 nerve root forms the middle trunk. C8 and T1 nerve root forms the lower trunk. Each trunk gives an anterior and posterior division. Anterior division of upper and middle trunk combines to form the lateral cord. All posterior divisions combines to form the posterior cord. The anterior division of the lower trunk forms the medial cord. Let's revise it once. C5 to T1 are the nerve roots. C5 and C6 combine to form the upper trunk. C7 forms the middle trunk. C8 and T1 forms the lower trunk. Each trunk has anterior and posterior divisions. Anterior division of upper and middle trunk forms the lateral cord. All posterior trunks forms the posterior cord, and the anterior division of the lower trunk forms the medial cord. Now let's get into branches of the brachial plexus. Dorsal scapular nerve has C5 nerve root. Long thoracic nerve has C5, C6, C7 nerve root. So this is the long thoracic nerve. It has C5, C6, C7 nerve root. And dorsal scapular nerve has C5 as nerve root. Dorsal scapular nerve C5, it supplies levator scapulae, rhomboidus major and rhomboidus minor. Long thoracic nerve C5, C6, C7 nerve root, it supplies serratus anterior muscle which helps in punching and pushing movements. So it is also known as Box's muscle. It also helps in overhead abduction more than 90 degree of the arm. Long thoracic nerve injury occurs during radical mastectomy or axillary lymph node dissection that leads to winging of scapula. Suprascapular nerve and subclavius nerve are branches of upper trunk. Suprascapular nerve C5, C6 nerve root. Subclavius nerve to subclavius C5 and C6. Suprascapular nerve supplies supraspinatus which helps in 0 to 15 degree abduction of the arm, and it also supplies infraspinatus. Subclavius nerve to subclavius supplies the subclavius muscle and it gives off accessory phrenic nerve. These both has C5 and C6 nerve roots. Now branches from cords. Let's discuss about branches from cords. In divisions there are no branches, so no branches from the divisions. First of all, about lateral cord. Lateral cord has lateral pectoral nerve C5, C6, C7, musculocutaneous nerve, this one C5, C6, C7, and this is the lateral root of median nerve C5, C6, C7. So the nerve roots are C5, C6, C7. It has branches like lateral pectoral nerve, musculocutaneous nerve, and the lateral root of median nerve. The posterior cord has upper subscapular nerve, lower subscapular nerve, and thoracodorsal nerve. Radial nerve, axillary nerve. So it has radial nerve, axillary nerve. This is the posterior cord. This is the posterior cord. Has upper, lower thoracodorsal nerve, radial nerve, and an axillary nerve. Upper and lower subscapular nerve has C5, C6 nerve root, and thoracodorsal nerve supplies the latissimus dorsi muscle. It has C6, C7, C8 nerve root, and radial nerve has C5 to T1, axillary nerve has C5, C6. So as of posterior cord, upper lower subscapular nerve and axillary nerve has C5, C6 nerve roots. Thoracodorsal nerve, which supplies the latissimus dorsi, has C6, C7, C8 nerve root. Radial nerve has got C5 to T1. Now we are left with medial cord. So medial cord has medial pectoral nerve, medial cutaneous nerve of arm, medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. This is the ulnar nerve, and here is the medial root of median nerve. Median cutaneous nerve of arm T1, median cutaneous nerve of forearm C8 T1, medial pectoral nerve C8 T1, ulnar nerve C7 C8 T1, median root of median nerve C8 T1. So C8 T1 are the major nerve roots. Medial cutaneous nerve of arm has only T1, and ulnar nerve has C7 to T1, C7 C8 T1. These are all the branches. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, subscribe, and also comment your opinion. I'll see you on another video. Bye bye.